Before you do anything else, swallow right now. Go ahead, swallow your own saliva and pay close attention to what happens back there. Does it feel clear? Or does it feel like something's sitting in the way, something thick, something stubborn that just won't move no matter what you do? If you felt that catch, that sensation like your throat is never truly empty, then you are in exactly the right place, and I need you to stay with me because what I'm about to share is going to change things for you. I'm Lina, and on this channel, we talk about living longer, feeling stronger, and aging in a way that actually feels good. And today, we are tackling something that affects millions of people over 40, 50, and 60, and almost nobody is getting the real answer for it. That constant mucus, that throat you are always trying to clear, that frog that just never leaves. Here is what I want you to know before we dive in. If part of you has quietly worried that this might be something serious, take a breath. The vast majority of the time, this comes down to a few very ordinary, very fixable things, and you will likely have your answer before this video is done. Now, most people have already been to a doctor about this. They sat in that office for 10 minutes, described the throat thing, and walked out with an allergy pill or a nasal spray and a let's wait and see. Maybe it helped for a day or two, maybe it did absolutely nothing. But weeks later, months later, they're right back where they started. Still clearing, still uncomfortable, still searching for an answer that actually works. If that sounds like you, here is what I want you to hear. You are not imagining this, and you are not stuck with it. Today, I am walking you through the real reasons this happens, including one that almost no doctor checks, and one thing you are almost certainly doing right now that is making the whole thing worse. By the time we are done, you will know which one is yours, and you will have a plan. Let's go. All right, let's start with the one you have probably already heard of, because for some of you, it genuinely is the answer, and I am not going to skip past it. Post-nasal drip. Your sinuses produce mucus constantly. That is completely normal and actually healthy. But instead of draining forward the way it does during a cold, it slides down the back of your throat. It pools back there. It drives you absolutely crazy. And here is why it is so much worse at nights. When you lie down, gravity is no longer on your side. That mucus just collects while you sleep. So you wake up in the morning doing the whole production, the hawking, the clearing, the desperate attempt to start your day with a clean throat. Some of you have had this ever since a cold or sinus infection that never fully resolved. Others have what is called non-allergic rhinitis, which is just a reactive, sensitive nose that responds to cold air, strong smells, or changes in weather with no true allergy behind it at all. Same drip, same mucus, same result. How do you know if this is you? It almost always comes with nose symptoms. Stuffy, runny, or both. Worse in spring and fall. You have been an allergy person most of your life. The fix is simple, and it costs almost nothing. A saline rinse once a day. A neti pot or a squeeze bottle from any pharmacy. Use distilled water or water you have boiled and cooled, never straight from the tap. It flushes the drip right at the source. And for some of you, that single daily habit is the whole answer. But here's the thing. Most of you watching have already tried this road. You have done the allergy pills, maybe the spray. And if that had been the whole story, your throat would be clear right now, and you would not be here. So let's talk about what is actually getting missed. This is the big one, and I mean genuinely big. This is the #1 cause I come across behind chronic throat mucus, and it is almost never what people expect. It is reflux. But not the kind you are thinking of. I can already feel some of you pulling back. Not me, I don't get heartburn. And that right there is exactly why this one slips past everyone. There is a type of reflux that produces zero heartburn, no burning in the chest, No acid taste rising after every meal. Nothing that screams stomach problem. You can have it happening every single day and feel completely normal in your chest, because the acid is not traveling far enough to burn you there. Instead, it is traveling all the way up to the back of your throat and your voice box. Here's what is happening inside your body. There is a valve at the top of your stomach. Think of it like a door that is supposed to stay shut. As we get older, that valve can get a little loose, a little lazy. Small amounts of stomach contents slip back up. Your stomach is fully lined to handle that. Your throat is not. So your throat gets irritated. And what does an irritated throat do? It produces mucus to coat and protect itself. That is the mucus you are working so hard to clear every single day. But it gets even sneakier. Along with the acid comes something called pepsin, an enzyme your stomach uses to break down protein. The problem is that pepsin can actually settle into your throat tissue and stay there. So later, when you have your morning coffee, some tomato sauce, a glass of wine, that slight acidity wakes the pepsin back up, and it starts irritating your throat all over again. Which is why this thing seems to have a mind of its own, flaring up for no reason you can identify. The medical name is laryngopharyngeal reflux. Most people just call it silent reflux. And the silence is the entire problem. No heartburn means no obvious clue. So you and your doctor go looking everywhere, except the one place it is actually coming from. How do you know if this is you? I want you to be honest with yourself as I go through these. It is usually worst in the morning. You wake up with it and have to clear and clear before you can even speak properly. Your voice might be rough or gravelly early, and then loosen up as the day goes on. You have that sensation of something stuck, like a marble sitting at the back of your throat, even though your food goes down perfectly fine. It tends to get worse after you eat or after you lie down. If 2 or 3 of those just made you nod, keep listening. A few more things people never think to connect. You clear your throat every single time before you start talking, like a little warm-up ritual, especially on phone calls. You sometimes wake up with a sour or slightly bitter taste. Your breath feels stale no matter how well you brush. There is a dry, tickly cough that brings nothing up and gets worse the moment your head hits the pillow. And it flares after the same things every time. A big late dinner, chocolate, anything fried, that second cup of coffee. And here's the one that really throws people. A lot of people with silent reflux feel like they have too much mucus and a dry, raw throat at the exact same time, both at once. That is because the irritation is producing mucus while the acid is drying and inflaming the surface. 2 opposite feelings happening simultaneously. It feels contradictory, and it makes people think something is seriously wrong. And that lump sensation, like something is lodged back there even when you swallow fine? I want to address this directly because I know it frightens people. The vast majority of the time, it is not what you are afraid it is. It is irritation combined with a little muscle tension at the top of the throat, and it comes and goes exactly as the reflux does. Worth getting checked once to put your mind at ease, absolutely. But for most people, it is not the serious thing they have been lying awake worrying about. And if someone has ever hinted that you might be imagining this, or that it is just anxiety, or that you are being a bit of a worrier, I want to say this to you directly. You are not making it up. This is a real, physical, well-understood thing happening in your throat. You have just had something that nobody took the time to explain to you properly. So here is what you actually do about it. And the lifestyle piece here is genuinely more powerful than any medication. Stop eating in the 3 hours before you lie down. That is the single biggest lever you have. Keep your last meal on the smaller side. Prop the head of your bed up a few inches, actual blocks under the legs or a wedge under the mattress, so you are not lying completely flat while things creep upward. And ease off the late-night coffee and wine, because both fire up that pepsin. A few extra moves that really help. Do not flop onto the couch right after lunch either. Same problem, different time of day. Loosen tight waistbands, because anything pressing on your belly nudges that valve open. And try a piece of sugar-free gum after meals. It gets you swallowing more frequently, which washes acid back down and dilutes whatever is lingering up top. Sounds small, surprisingly powerful. Most people notice a real difference within a week. Some notice it within just a few days. Now here is the thing I promised you. The thing you are doing every single day that keeps this whole cycle going, no matter what the underlying cause is. The throat clearing itself. Every time you do that hard, forceful ahem, you are slamming your vocal cords together with real force. That tissue does not love it. It gets a little swollen, a little irritated. Irritated tissue produces more mucus. More mucus makes you feel like you have to clear again. So you clear, which irritates, which makes mucus, which makes you clear again. Over and over, hundreds of times a day. A loop that feeds itself completely. And here's the part that really gets people. A lot of the time, you are not even clearing real mucus anymore. You are doing it because your throat feels slightly off, and your body has learned that little clear as its automatic response. Watch yourself for one afternoon. You will catch yourself doing it before a phone call, walking into a room, in any quiet moment. It becomes a habit sitting on top of a reflex. When the urge hits, take a sip of water instead, or do a quiet, firm swallow. No sound, no force, just a clean swallow. I know it sounds almost too small to matter. It is one of the most effective things in this entire video. People notice a shift just from catching themselves and stopping. Two more things I want you to check, because both of these fool really sharp, careful people all the time. First, your medication. If you take a blood pressure medication that ends in pril, lisinopril, ramipril, that family, look it up. About 1 in 10 people on those develops a dry, nagging throat cough or tickle. And the sneaky part is that it can start months or even a year after you began the medication, so nobody connects the two. You have been chasing an allergy or a chest issue while the answer was sitting in your medicine cabinet the whole time. I am not telling you to stop your blood pressure medication. Please do not do that on your own. I am telling you to bring that bottle to your doctor and ask flat out, could this be causing my throat problem? Because there are almost always equivalent options, and the throat issue simply goes away when you make the switch. Second, the self-treatment trap. A lot of people reach for an older antihistamine, a Benadryl-type product, figuring it will dry things up. And it does dry things out, but it dries out everything, including the mucus that is already sitting in your throat. So instead of clearing, it turns thick and gluey and even harder to shift than before. Same story with decongestant nasal sprays. Use one for more than 3 days, and your nose rebounds worse than when you started. So if your throat actually got worse after you began treating it yourself, that is very likely the reason why. Now let me talk about what is happening to so many people over 50 that nobody connects to this problem. As we age, we produce less saliva, and we naturally drink less because the thirst signal fades. You just do not feel thirst the way you did at 40. So the mucus in your throat turns thick and sticky instead of thin and slippery. And thick mucus grabs and sits. Thin mucus slides right down. Then you spend the night lying flat, with the heat or air conditioning pulling moisture out of the air. And if there is any silent reflux happening, nothing is there to wash it back down. It all stacks up by morning, and you wake straight into it. And if you sleep with your mouth open, which more of us do as we get older, especially with any nasal congestion, you are running dry air over the back of your throat for hours. That sandpaper feeling some of you have before you have even had your first sip of water in the morning? That is why. The fix is not complicated, and it absolutely works. Run a humidifier in your bedroom at night and clean it weekly so it is circulating clean air. Drink consistently through the entire day, warm things especially. Tea, broth, warm water. These loosen thick mucus better than anything at the pharmacy. One big glass of water at 3 in the morning cannot undo 8 hours of drying out. It is the all-day habit that actually moves the needle. And if a stuffy nose is what is making you breathe through your mouth all night, that saline rinse before bed earns its place here too, because it lets you keep your mouth closed and breathe through your nose, which keeps your whole airway moist while you sleep. A few things worth naming plainly because they pour fuel on every single cause we have talked about today. Smoking, even occasionally. Vaping is no kinder to your throat. Alcohol in the evening, which loosens that stomach valve and dries you out at the same time. The forceful throat clearing we already covered. And dry indoor air, especially in winter. You do not have to be perfect about any of it. But if 2 or 3 of those are part of most of your days, easing back on them will move this more than you would guess. Before I wrap up, I have to put my health educator hat on for a second, because most of the time, this is a nuisance, and occasionally, it is something more. If you are ever coughing up blood, even just a streak, get seen. If you are bringing up green or rusty mucus with a fever, that can be an infection that needs proper treatment. If your voice has been changed for more than 3 weeks without improving, if you are losing weight you did not intend to lose, or if food is starting to catch when you swallow, those are not the everyday throat situation we have been discussing today. Do not sit at home doing saline rinses for those. Get them looked at. For everyone else, here is your complete plan, all in one place. Drink consistently through the day, warm liquids especially. If your urine is darker than pale yellow, you are behind. Catch up. If the nose is involved, do a saline rinse once a day with distilled or boiled and cooled water. If reflux is your answer, and for a lot of you it is, nothing to eat in the 3 hours before bed, keep that last meal smaller, raise the head of your bed, and pull back on the late coffee and wine. Catch yourself clearing your throat and stop. Sip or swallow instead. That one shift alone makes a remarkable difference. Run a humidifier in your bedroom at night and keep it clean. And check your medication bottles for anything ending in pril. Then bring that conversation to your doctor. Do the pieces that fit your picture. Give it 2 weeks, though most people notice something in the first few days. You have been dealing with this long enough. Now you have a real plan. Go use it. I'm Lina. Take care of your body, because it is the only one you get. And I will see you in the next one.